channel. I hope you're all doing well. For those of you that don't know me, my name is Jess and I run a crochet small business called Hook a Duck. So this week I'm on a mission. Basically, I've been thinking about, markets and things that I want to do this year. And basically, me and my boyfriend at the moment, we basically every week we go to this car boot sale and it's on Sunday mornings locally to us and it's really, really fun. And we were there yesterday and I was walking around thinking I could literally have a crochet stall here because obviously it is a car boot sale, so it's mostly, people who are clearing out their homes or whatever and have stuff that they would be sending to the charity shop. However, I say mostly, it's not mostly that anymore. Like there is a lot of that, but there is also a lot of people who clearly are doing it for a business. So a lot of people, like, there's stuff that is clearly like bulk bought, whether that's like hardware stuff or like kids stuff, all those kids like stretchy things and squishmallows and stuff, or like key rings or whatever. So there is a lot of people clearly that are there and it's like a business. So I was thinking, me with my crochet stuff, it would fit in there, and my crochet stuff is like handmade anyway, so I feel like it's more like community vibes than just me like bulk buying stuff and trying to make a profit. Do you know what I mean? So I was like, this could really fit into this car boot sale. So I had a look at sort of how you kind of get a pitch there, and basically you literally just turn up on the day. It's like first come first serve, but apparently pretty much everyone gets in, and it's only £13 to bring just one car, which is super cheap. Like usually you'd expect to pay sort of £20 to £30 for a stall at like a fair or something. It's usually over by like 12/1, people start to leave. Obviously you can leave whenever you want, you just drive out, like say if you sell out or whatever. But yeah, it just seems like a really good gig, and it's on literally every week throughout the summer, so it's nice, it's like a regular one. So if it goes well, I can sort of keep going to ones. Obviously when the weather's nice, like the weather was lovely yesterday and it was so busy, so obviously you can kind of see on the day what it's like because you don't have to like pre-book it, you literally just turn up. So yeah, I'm thinking about doing that, which is very exciting. And for that I'm thinking about doing key rings because obviously at a car boot sale you want things to be cheap, and so in order to be able to sell things for cheap they're going to have to be key rings, because otherwise I'll be just massively underselling myself if I'm doing big plushies for like £5. So yeah, I think £5 is like kind of the maximum amount that people want to spend on an item, really. Obviously it depends what it is, but yeah, so I'm thinking of doing a ton of key rings for the car boot sale and seeing how it goes. Also a bit of feedback from my last markets that I did around Christmas. People were saying to me, where's the hook a duck? So I'm thinking I'm going to get a hook a duck, like a little paddling pool, some ducks, fishing rods. And so at my stall there's going to be a hook a duck bit, which is nice for the kids and stuff, and it will literally be like £1 for like 3 goes or something. And then I'll probably have 10 ducks, and then one of the ducks will have a bit where you win a key ring. So I have like a big bucket of sweets probably, and anyone who does the hook a duck can get a sweet, and then if they win the key ring then they get a key ring. But obviously there's only a 1 in 10 chance, so I won't lose many key rings for just £1, but I will lose some, and that's fine. So I'm gonna work on getting some key rings made up as soon as possible. So I'll talk you through where we are at the moment. So obviously from my last markets and stuff, I've still got a few turtles left over. So these are really lovely key rings. These are a little bit more fiddly to make because of the head and sewing the head on, and these weren't as popular as like the ducks and stuff last time. So I will do some turtles, but I'm not going to focus like massively on the turtles. So then whales were pretty popular last time. I can do them in all different colours. They're very easy to make, like there's no sewing involved other than obviously the mouth. But yeah, they're very, very simple to do whales. So I will do lots of whales. And then ducks, this one doesn't actually have a keyring on, but imagine it with a keyring. These were so popular, like I literally sold out of all of them at my Christmas markets, hence why these ones don't have key rings on, because I don't have any left. So yeah, I'm going to do a ton of ducks. I can do them in all different colours, like say if I did like light pink and then dark pink for like the feet and the beak, or like blues, greens, like any colour. So I think I'll focus a lot on ducks, and they're very easy to do. They're no sew because you do the feet within it. Yeah, so I'm going to do loads and loads of ducks. I've also started on frogs. So these were kind of my leggy frogs before, and now I'm thinking of like making them into little key rings. So it's pretty easy to do. It's no sew because you just go out into the legs. That as a little key ring would be really cute. all different colours. Yeah, be really cool. And then also I'm thinking of, so ones that I've done recently, definitely chickens. Can definitely do these like super small as key rings, so I'll work on them this week. Also, I've been having a look at bees. So here's an example of a little bee key ring. This is obviously green and white, not your typical bee colours, but I'll do a lot like the actual bee colours and then some sort of different colours. But yeah, I think they're super cute. A little bit more tricky to do is you have to do the wings separately and then sew them on. So these are sort of on a similar level to the turtles. I'll do a few, but not like loads and loads, and see how they sell. And then I was thinking I could potentially do with my loaves, I could do mini loaf dogs and cats as well on keyrings, because they were very easy to do. It's just the tail that you have to sew on. So like mini ones of them would be really cute. Obviously my bubble teas I love, but as I've said before, they do take quite a lot of work with all the detailing. So I might do some and do a few of them and see. But yeah, I think the main focuses will be ducks, as it is hooker duck, and whales. Chickens are very easy to do, and then yeah, some turtles, some bees, and maybe some dogs and cats, and see how we go. So yeah, I'm just gonna crochet a lot this week. I'll probably have to do a order at the end of the week, maybe with some more wools for like different colours and stuff once I've got all my sort of example ones made up. But for now, these are all like example ones that I know work well. Axolotls as well. They were quite easy to do, pretty much no sew. So yeah, I could do some axolotls as well in all different colours. And then yeah, just have like a keyring stand and just be like everything £5, hooker duck £1, and see how we go. I'm very excited about it. Come along this week as we make some keyrings. So it's actually the next day now, and I have been doing a bit of work on the frog. So this is the little frog keyring. I really like that. I think that's super cute. It was very easy to do. No like fiddly bits that you have to sew on or anything. I think it's quite a good size. Yeah, I could literally do this in all different colours. I remember the last market I did, I had green ones and I had blue ones, and they all sold, like the blue ones went as well. So I think people love like different colour frogs, like red ones, pink ones, blue ones. So yeah, success on the frogs. And I think next I'm gonna try the chickens. I was thinking about which wool I'm gonna use. And when I first did these chickens, I used, this is the grey, but it's the cuddle blanket yarn, and it's actually a bit thicker. However, I think when it comes to key rings, it might make them a bit too big, but I will see, because I have got a lot of this sort of texture ones. So I might try some out of like this texture ones, but then also I've got a lot from Christmas where I was going to do Christmas puddings and then I ended up not doing Christmas puddings. I've got a whole ton of this brown, so I can do a load of chickens brown and red. I think they'll look cool. And this is in the Jelly Baby. So yeah, I'm going to try chickens now. And also it's funny because with this one, my prototype bigger one, I was doing it yellow, but then I ran out of yellow, so I changed to white. But it does actually look quite cool, like the two colour thing. So maybe some of them I'll do like two colours and stuff. And then obviously just the red bit at the top. But yeah, I'm gonna focus on chickens for the rest of the day now. Hey guys, it's now a few days later and I've been working on the key rings. So let me show you what we got so far. I'm literally obsessed. Like, I'm really pleased with how it's going. So far I've got 6 little key rings. Okay, the 6th one I haven't put the thingy on. I haven't put the key ring on the duck yet. But these are all the key rings. So this is how the little chicken turned out. I love him, I'm obsessed. I think next time I will do the red bit, maybe just a tiny bit longer. But yeah, this one was super easy to do. It's literally just a half like ball shape and then you just go along the top. Yeah, it's so cute. I love it. So I can do this in like brown, white, black. I did it in the lighter brown. I do also have a lot of the darker brown, so I will do the darker brown as well. But yeah, just all sort of neutral colours for the chickens. So you've got the chicken, got the frog. So cute. Got obviously the whale. Got the turtle. Got the bee. And the ducks. So yeah, I'm literally obsessed. Like, I'm super happy with each of these designs. They're nice and quick to do. I am gonna just try and, you know, do quite a lot of these now. I'm gonna do an order for some more colours. I need to have a look in a minute at what colours I have. And then I will see about the dogs and cats. I think I will try the dogs and cats. I am thinking though they are probably going to be one of the more fiddly ones because of the tail and having to sew the tail on. Because say like the turtles and the bees are slightly more fiddly ones, because with the turtles you sew the head on, with the bees you sew the wings on. So these four especially are really big sort of favourites in terms of they're super easy to do. Like, they're literally no sew. So yeah, there are still cats, dogs and axolotls that I could do. For now, I think I'm going to try and just make a bit more of a stock of the designs I know I like and order some more colours, do them all in different colours and see how we go. And then it will be very telling, obviously, like at the markets, which ones sell the best. I have a feeling it will be the chicks and the frogs, just purely from my last market. But then in the last market I had turtles available, which people did take, but not as much as these two. I always had whales available, which people did take, but not as much as these two, which in a way I'm pleased it wasn't the turtles that sold the most, because I mean I absolutely love them, but they are a little bit more fiddly to do. So these ones are super easy to whip up really quickly. So yeah, let's have a look at colours. I'm just going to tip it all out, to be honest. Whoa. This is the current wool mound, so I'm going to sort through it and see exactly what we've got, exactly what we need. I have got a lot of these thicker ones from where I ordered them to do the loaf dogs and cats, but I just don't know if they're going to be too thick for key rings. So maybe when I first try the dogs and cats, I might try them in this and see how big they end up. But I've got a lot of it, so I might as well make use of it. Okay, so this is the wool situation. So here we've got, these are the thinner ones, which are just useful to have because sometimes I do mouths or whatever, like a bit thinner, so especially the black. But yeah, they're just thinner ones I've got for when I was, you know, maybe going to do beanies and stuff. But yeah, I don't really use them that much. Then we've got a lot of these thicker ones. So as I say, I might try just do some of the key rings in these colours, because, you know, might as well use them up. But then the main, obviously the Jelly Baby is all these colours. This is the main one that I use. So I've got a lot of this brown. As I say, I was going to use it for Christmas puddings. So I definitely do a lot of chickens and stuff in that. Dogs. Yeah, I'll try and use that as much as I can. Then things like I need a bit more yellow, more green. I've got a lot of scraps of blue, so I get another blue definitely. I've got more black than I thought I had, so might not need any more black at the moment. Possibly I'll get another brown, do some more white, and then just some more like nice bright colours. So definitely some more pinks, purples, maybe a different type of green. Probably some more red, because I can do red frogs and stuff. So yeah, oh, there's another green there. But yeah, I think for frogs and stuff I will get another green, because frogs and ducks are in this green. So yeah, those are what I've got. I'm going to do another little order, but I've definitely got a lot of colours there to be, you know, starting to make things up while I'm waiting for the wool to arrive. Another thing like I've thought of and I think would be a really good idea is, because obviously I'm moving more into like key rings and stuff, and I will also obviously take my bigger things, especially the stock that I already have made up. But with the key rings, basically, I was thinking like my brand's called Hook a Duck. I love the name. I love that I'm gonna incorporate the actual hooker duck thing into it. I think that'll be really cool. I'm gonna ask my granddad if he can make like, you know, the hooks that you hold, because looking on Amazon, like, it's really hard to find them, and some of them, they're just a stick with a hook on the end. They don't have like string and then the hook, and I feel like that'll be a bit too easy maybe. So I want it to be wood and then string and then the hook, but trying to find that is actually quite difficult. Like a lot of them, they're either like professional fishing lines or they're, yeah, as I say, just a stick with a hook. So my granddad does woodwork and stuff, so I'm going to get him to make some for me, and then I can just buy the ducks and the paddling pool thing that I need for that. But anyway, I was thinking, so going down the keyring and little accessories route, which I feel like is the best thing to do, because they can be cheaper, is I could create some other keyrings of like a drawing of probably a duck first. Basically, my partner is very creative and he does very good drawings and illustrations and things. So I said to him, if you want to draw a duck, like it can be any, you know, any duck. So he's currently got one of my little ducks downstairs and is like gonna do a little drawing, I think. And then like that drawing we could make up as a little keyring, you know, like a little like hard keyring. And that could be something else that we sell, and it'd be really cool because then it'd be like getting his drawings out there, which would be really cool. And yeah, obviously fits very well with the business. So we could do keyrings and you could do like badges, stickers, yeah, that sort of thing. Could do, oh, I could get, you know, those little tattoos that kids have. I don't know, maybe. Yeah, so that's another little idea, another little sort of keyringy idea, which would be really cool and creative and still fits in with the business. But yeah, it's just a little bit of a different format to crochet. So yeah, that's another thing that I'm thinking of for this upcoming market. Okay, I have just made 2 little mallard keyrings because I was like, I know what sort of the single colour ones look like, but I wonder what a little mallard would look like, and I'm obsessed. How cute are they? And I thought I'll try one in like a different colour, see what it looks like. It looks so good, I literally love it. So yeah, that's your typical mallard. Oh. And then can be all different colours, and do pink ones, yellow ones, all of them. I love this purple colour so much. But yeah, I'm literally obsessed. I love them. So yeah, I'm just gonna do more and more and more. I might do some coloured frogs this afternoon as well, but yeah, I literally love them so much. Oh, so cute. Hey everyone, so it's now a few days later once again, and I have been loving doing the keyrings this week. So let me show you. I've accumulated quite a pile now, which is good. That's a good thing, like they soon build up like really nice and quick. So I've got quite a few frogs. Let me show you. See, I'm obsessed. Obviously got dark green, light green, blue. I think this colour palette for the frogs is really nice. Obviously when I get more wool I will do like multiple different colour frogs, but yeah, these frogs look really cool. I also was experimenting with the mouth, so I think most of the time I'm going to try and put the mouth like right between the eyes. This one's obviously a bit lower, but it does still look cute, so either one looks cute because his eyes are a bit too close together. But yeah, I think going forward I'll try and do them between the eyes. But yeah, it worked, like chaining out and then back in, nice and simple to do, like no sew at all. So yeah, I really like doing the frogs. So I'm obsessed with these. So these are my little froggies so far. And then I've been doing quite a few ducks. These are super nice and simple to do as well. So done more green ones, pink ones. I love these, they're so cute. And yeah, I'm just excited to do all different colour ducks. I think ducks and frogs will be the main ones that I have. And I do love the chickens as well. They're quite nice and simple to do as well. So I'll probably do quite a lot of chickens. I've never tried selling the chickens before, so we'll see how well they sell. But yeah, I've got quite a lot of colours for the chickens. So yeah, I'll do lots more chickens. And then, yeah, obviously I've got whales. I did some of the lovely yellow ones. These sold really well last time, so I'll do a ton of these. Got whales, and then obviously the bees and the turtles. So yeah, so it's a case of now I've got my sort of staple key rings, and I'm just going to keep going with them. Today I'm going to start messaging out to some markets and stuff. So I think I'm going to just try and get it into sort of my daily routine, to just try and do like 1 or 2 key rings, maybe like before I go to bed, you know, instead of just sitting and scrolling on my phone for like half an hour before bed, which isn't very good for your sleep, you know. I think I will try and maybe crochet 2 key rings. So then just gradually my stockpile will build up and I'll be ready when I do have markets and stuff. So yeah, I think I'll leave it there for this week. Thank you so much for watching, guys. I really hope you enjoyed this video, and I will see you very soon for another one. Bye!